What's up, guys? This is the Zen Guide, and I am making a tutorial again on how to make a SFX. Now, in this tutorial, this will be the second part on how to make a pad. I mean, not a pad, a SFX. But little do you know, you can actually turn this idea into a pad. So maybe that's why I said that. So this way would be through the way of um, layering. So basically you will layer and it will be able to make SFX do that. And then I'm going to blend it with frequency modulation. So I have a piano preset that I made. I'm going to make a second video, another video maybe today, of me finishing this. I was trying to make a grand piano. It kind of sounds like oh, this is it kind of sounds like that other piano, you know, like when you have a keyboard and it has like the grand piano, then that other, like a brighter sounding piano. This is actually what I end up getting so far, but it's still cool, so I just saved it. But I'm gonna most likely make a grand, finish this and make a grand one, and I'm gonna film me doing that. I already kind of made this one, and I'll put it on YouTube as well. So the reason why I chose this piano sound, and I already kind of got everything laid out for the SFX, is because I want to have like a high pitched sound blending in with a lower harmonic. And like, you know, with this idea with the SFX, you want to basically kind of like, the most important thing about SFX is the motion of it. It doesn't make a sound effect. So it's not like just like, or it's not like arpeggio. It's not like an arpeggio or, you know, like something like that. It's almost not even music. So you want it to kind of like be very particular, but also very, you know, not musical. So with layering, you know, you can also do that with a pad. So I'm gonna in between show you guys, you know, a lot of technique here, a lot of tricks. Just simply using synthesis possibilities. So I already have this piano. So now I'm gonna turn this sound. First of all, let me do this. Maybe I'll keep the release a little bit. I don't know. Just to like, this thing is gonna do its thing anyway. But I'm going to I need to really get some saved presets here. I'm saving my own, but I don't really do that. So with shift, I'm going to first I'm gonna just put this in the semitones and build it on up. Sounds cool. So like, you know, easy. You can make like a laser type sound. You could with those type of harmonic structures, like a pluck type thing. But I'm gonna like with shift and click, I'm gonna like grid it a little bit, box it up with shift and click, and now it's gonna kind of like give it the sound. I'm just like, you know, messing around. I'm not really having a specific game plan. You know, I like the idea of being able to make what's in your head, but right now I'm just trying to like, you know, blend an idea so people can get a general idea of how to do this. Yeah. So see where I'm at, 5 minutes. So way before 10 minutes, I should finish this. So I'm just gonna grab any wavetable. I forget why I put this square here originally, but whatever. Let me see. Any regular wavetable. Cream. I usually just like try to make my own, but it doesn't matter really. As long as you get what you want, I guess, right? But let's see what that one's. So that's a good and that the harmonics will kind of like blend together well because they probably give a good blend because like you know the way they look. But usually with frequency modulation, either way, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna sound like something crazy because you're like blending frequency mod. But it don't need to be like that. You know, you could kind of get an interesting sounding timbre. Like when I used to use Citrus, I used to just start really mastering synthesis simply by just like realizing that all sounds is like sounds in each other, and just to figure out, you know, Serum and figure out it's all just sine waves. But I would on Citrus, I would kind of get like the sound in my head just by blending. Okay, this sounds like a triangle with this, and just frequency modulate it so I get the parameters right. So it's all the same thing, you know. You know, everything is just like you know different frequencies. Like you could look at the sine wave as like like the one root uh like hydrogen or something. I don't know. And then look at all the other waveforms as like you know like part of that like a child of that one energy like you know like a hierarchy structure of like gods. And you can really do that. So it's very similar, you know. But that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna just do this. Whoops. Wouldn't it be cool if Serum had like a MIDI controller? Like how you got Ableton Push, like a Serum version. And you can just like do things like this quicker. Anyway, back to current reality. So like one half should be good. So what's gonna happen now is like it's gonna like so this idea of layering is basically taking these and blend them together, meshing them together. Another way is like, and I guess I'll demonstrate that also. But first, let's hear the sounds. Whoa. Hold up. Envelope. So yes, it made like a demonic sound, like I expected with the laser sound, like it being a laser sound in the first place. So yeah, I'm not trying to like you know do anything specific. I'm gonna pretty much leave that sound right there. Like if it could be use some more work for what it's worth, but since I'm just trying to like you know show you guys a way to do this, you leave the rest to your imagination. I'd rather just you know leave this here so you can get the idea I'm talking about. Wait, hold up. Well, actually, so you see how I set layering? I have another idea. So this part would be like the layering part. So I'm showing you guys two ways in one. So like the frequency modulation is the meshing way. Wait. I should put saw down so I don't have to flip it over. Yeah, okay. So this has to go down slower. So basically, without the frequency modulation, turn it off. This would be like the layering part. Now you can easily like make a atmospheric or full sound from that. Now I could simply just filter it through with anything, really. Usually you need like some type of bypass, bandpass filter. Something like that. You could use way more work. Again, it needs way more work. Like obviously this was too loud because it's already highs and I'm using high pass filter. Then just a band pass, dog. Just use a band pass filter. Other thing, actually no, you know what? This is the best way is to like, because it's two different. Do this. Two band pass filters. And then like obviously, so hope nobody got deaf. Oops. Hope nobody got deaf right there. But obviously, you know, get things like the right way. But that's a way to make a SFX or just take a sound like that and turn it into a motion. But I'm gonna do another thing. Let me go back to what there was that a low pass. So now I'm gonna go back to the original full idea. Oops. So yeah, I could use a lot more. I could use some compression too, but like I said, for the sake of this, I'm going to just end it here. It's already 12 minutes in. I want like a lot of us have short attention spans, including myself. So I want to make this a quick video for certain people, but you can get a lot of valuable information. So real quick, I may not use this. This may be good for like some dubstep. I don't really make a lot of that type of stuff. Like if somebody else use it. Excuse me. So like if somebody maybe somebody like these type of sounds too to use. I mean this is cool too, it could be used for anything. But it's obviously something that's gonna be in a darker sense. But either way, if you make a one shot in general, I'm gonna show you guys how to wait. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys how to record any one shot you make. So go to audio 3, you pick an audio track, and you go to that audio track from this drop down menu, from the drop down menu of your what you're trying to resample, they call it, or save, and then you simply just do that. That's already going to be played. You hit record. Boom, boom. For some reason I can't hear it, but you know what? I don't know why I can't hear it, and you know what? I don't know why I could. Oh yeah, because it was because it wasn't going to the master track. But yeah, so like just in case you do that, keep in mind that it's not going to the master track. So make sure you got everything you want perfect so you get your little shit and you save it. Now when you want to save it, you just like in Ableton, you just go up here, wait no, export audio, or you just hit that shortcut, and as long as you have what you want highlighted, it will just export and save that. So I don't know if I really care enough to like save this, but so like in the same sense of what I just did, this can easily, like in my first video, let me see how far I'm in. I'm gonna end at like 15 minutes in. This is good. All right, so I want to just wrap this up, but like I said in my first video, the SFX I made was off the idea of taking a lead and then frequency modulating it to kind of expand it into like an expression, but you can always go back to whatever you did, which is really dope. Whatever original sound you made, so you don't have to like use a different channel, and it can also be in key. You can also use it as an effect to fade from one thing to another. There's a lot of possibilities with that. Um, but that SFX I did was actually more on the ethereal chill side. So it really just boils you down to like your original motion. The first motion or the first pitch differences is what's going to determine the type of SFX sound you make. Because like SFX is like anyone can make, go in and mesh with and fuck with shit and just and like eventually turn that into a quick attack with SFX. But it's like really the thing with SFX is like, and even pads is like, okay, how do I make what I want, or maybe what I hear in my head, and this is a general way of understanding is like just to like the beginning frequency or waveform or timbre is gonna, in the motion of it or the pitch differences is gonna kind of give you that determination of what you end up making, and then you blend that, you use the frequency modulation, what you frequency modulated with, because mostly all frequency modulations sound like burps from Satan himself or whatever. So like it's just about the waveforms you're meshing in the first place. You want to try to mesh. Uh, the way I can say it is just probably, I guess I'll make another video on frequency modulation eventually, but just try to mesh waveforms. Frequency modulation, you just got to play with it, but try to mesh waveforms that is symmetrical or has the same ideas. And you can always just, that's really what it's going to do is blend it, but you can always just like take the layering option and then just put motion to each, through modulation, to each specific harmonic, and just make sure they cross and come out like kundalini, like cross and come out, and then just like like they just play around with each other basically. And then as far as that final out, as far as that would be the modulation, then there's approach the final output or the final, like what I'm saying, like the actual generated sound, the ADSR for the generated sound, make it a quick attack. So you're taking all that modulation and you're just getting a short moment of time of that, all that modulation and pitch differences. That's just a way to simplify that for you guys. So you got a lot of gems. Go on, young Jedi. Make those SFXs. Use the Force.